Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone.
Are you ready to go today?
Yes, sir! Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home.
You are North Las Vegas recruits. You lift your chin high.
If you don't give it your all while you're on the training ground or while you're out there fighting a fire, somebody could die. Do you understand?
Yes, sir! This is week 12 of the Academy. Today we're doing commercial big box structure tactics. So with the recruits today, we're deploying 2.5-inch hose lines into a commercial fire, catching a water supply, especially roof operations that Trev 52 here is doing today with the recruits, and going over, making the cuts on the roof, maybe using skylights, and whichever else to provide ventilation for interior crews. Alongside that, we just want to say thank you to this building here is former Rec World, and we want to say a big thank you to everyone for having this building donated to us in order to be able to do this training, especially before it's demolished. And so again, thank you for this opportunity. The recruits enjoy it. We especially enjoy it too. And we look forward to possibly in the future, whenever we have acquired structures, we'd always do a training just like this before they get demolished. Once we talk to IC and let them know that the hole is cut, we're going to let them know we're going to get off the roof, so we got to go the same way that we came to get to our egress. So we're going to sound on our way down. And then we're just going to follow the wall, same way that we came all the way to the end. We're off, or if something did happen and they don't see us in the bucket, they know, all right, we have 4 guys that are still on the roof.
That's as soon as we get in the bucket.
Well, once we're all off, yeah, once we're in the bucket, then we can let them know, I see if we've got, all 4 of us are off.
Sure.
All right, so you guys can jump off.
They're all really good at, getting us close, doing that. Like, we didn't really have to even adjust this after he put us up here. Sometimes you might have to adjust it. When you adjust it, you want to make sure it's on slow mode. Because if you're close to the building, you don't want to hit this into the building.
Yes, sir.
Hit this into the building, that's a minimum.
So the recruits will be in HAZ-MAT for the next 2 weeks. There's a lot of classroom portion of that, so they'll be tied up in the classroom. So we don't have a lot of time to PT, so we get out here first thing in the morning, get after it for about an hour, and then they'll be back in the classroom all day. During that 2 weeks, the cadre is going to be out here on the training ground, just doing some housekeeping and some maintenance on some of the props. And also tomorrow we'll have Henderson Fire with their cadre class or recruit class. They're going to come out here and we're going to burn with them. So check it out tomorrow.
Yeah, we could. The sticky tape, so not just brushing, scraping, vacuuming. We could also use vacuuming method as well to get that off of us. So
that residue off. And isolation and disposal is a 2-step process. You'd want to just put the equipment in a designated area. You want to tag it and bag it up and then send it out to an appropriate hazardous material like disposal facility where they can properly dispose of it. And evaporation as well. Again, you'd want to put it in a designated area and just kind of let it air out so it can off gas. Today we're finishing up week 1 of HAZ-MAT, which is a 2-week course. Today we started the portion with an in-room class lecture. So what that consisted of was the students teaching the students. And what that looked like was we were writing out some of our chapter objectives on a sheet of paper, and the students had to present this information to the rest of the class. That's important for us because when we hit the floor, we're going to become leaders in the fire service. What we're doing right now is our level B HAZ-MAT suits. What we did was we donned the equipment, took it a little walk around the park, and then now we're doffing the equipment.
Remember, I told you guys we got to maintain that intensity the entire academy. The academy moves in waves, but we got to be able to answer the call, right? You guys are more than halfway through. There's a light at the end of that tunnel, but you got to bust your ass every time you're out on that training ground, right? Is this my final group? Is everyone gonna graduate? Yes, sir. So we have 2 weeks of HAZ-MAT. Over the course of the HAZ-MAT weeks, we are not the primary instructors for it, so we don't get a lot of time with the recruits. So in the morning, it's our job to make sure that we maintain that level of intensity throughout the entire academy, even in those HAZ-MAT weeks, because part of the job is being able to answer that call whenever that bell rings. So even when there's slow weeks or down times, you never know what's gonna happen. So we're holding those recruits to that standard. This week's workout, or today's workout, is 300 burpees. Every 50 burpees, it's 10 push-ups, 20 sit-ups, and 30 air squats. So we're gonna see who can make the time and who can get there first. Well, I realized that we've been playing music from my generation and it hasn't been motivating them. So I decided to play music from their generation and see if it changes the motivation.
I wish I could turn the camera and they were all just fucking doing this.
Yeah.
No dancing for you.
Recruit Tyler has requested a song, Cap.
What do you want?
Bad habits.
He wants bad habits?
Yeah.
Got it.
Here it is, Tyler.
Wanted me, I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
This is my favorite song, sir.
We know.
I'm not even kidding.
We know. This part makes it harder to work out. Do you want me, Tyler?
What's that? Which one? Nice. All done? Good job, fellas. Hey, good push today, man. Hey, that's a tough one. Good push today, fellas. Good job.
Line it up on the grid.
Solid work. Good job, man.
Goes on three, breathe in, breathe in. Goes on three. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hey, good job out there today. Good push, good crew unity, solid work. All right, that's what we want to see. You guys should be the final 16. I don't want to see any more of you guys drop. So push each other, carry each other, help each other out. Whatever it takes, get through this academy. There is a light at the end of this tunnel. You guys can all do it. You got me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So right now they're going to do an entry. So they're going to simulate that. They went down range. We are at defensive level, but they are going to be trained for decon. So the whole purpose of them going down range is for them to come back through the decon line, get deconned so everybody gets the experience, and also give them a little time in the suit so they have the experience of being in the suit so they're not new to it.
What's your air at? Mine's at 39. 39? I was trying to put my finger on it. That might be exactly what
I was thinking more like the Oompa Loompa when they go through that camera one, where they make their build smaller. Going a little too far. Going a little too far. There. It's emergency decon.
Oh, man. Where do I stand, sir?
What's your percentage for Class A foam? 0.1 to 1. And that's your range for Class A foam. Class B foam?
1, 3, or 6.
1, 3, or 6. Typically between 3 and 6 is what they'll use it for. Create no film or anything like that. It's just more so just to reduce tension so it can penetrate more into fires. That's all really Class A foam. With the recruits today, we're going over our different types of foam. We have Class A foam, Class B foam. So in this case, we're simulating as if we're having some sort of hydrocarbon fire where we're using Class B foam. But for the purposes of just keeping the environment safe and healthy, we're using Dawn dish soap. So we're just pretty much getting a little maintenance done on the training ground with the Dawn dish soap. But it's a good chance for them to see how the aerating nozzle works with the foam induction as well. So that's what we're doing out here today. So again, we're using Dawn dish soap instead of actually using Class A or Class B foam.
Yeah, I could see some smoke, just a little bit of smoke, and I heard something. Well, we don't have radios, but let us know what you see. Sometimes we can take care of the valve.
Stop. Let's stop. Take off your regulators. Hey, you dead people, get up. Get over here. What did I tell you? What did I tell you my LEL was over there?
22.
What did I say?
22, sir.
20%, right? How come you walked in here without dispersing vapors? How come you walked in here with no fire protection? I told you it's 20% over there. Are you already in the 10% of your LEL? Over here, you had 100% of your LEL. Didn't I tell you 20% over there?
Yes, sir. I guess we didn't account for the fact that it increased as we got deeper, so I think we thought we were safe just because.
I can't hear a word you said. So let's reset. Let's put all our gear back. Use our fire protection, disperse vapors, and then we can do a rescue. How about we do that? Would that sound like a better idea? Maybe even set up an emergency decon? How's that sound? Did we train how to do that? Well, how about we do what we trained? You guys want to start doing real firefighting stuff, or are we going to still pretend? Let's start over. Let's reload this hose, and let's pretend it's a real HAZ-MAT incident. Treat it like a HAZ-MAT incident. If I'm telling you 20% over there, you're going to be at 100% over here. Let's reload. Right off the bat, what'd you do wrong, Larman?
We didn't think, or we didn't listen.
Where was your victim? Where was your bystander?
Charlie Delta Corner.
What was he telling you?
The bystander. He was telling me he thinks he's dead. He thinks he's dead.
Who's dead?
The bystander.
The bystander was dead, or his partner?
The victim. The victim, his partner.
Okay. So he's telling you there's somebody in there, right? What else information did he give you, Tyler?
That there was a gas leak. He was going to turn it off. He saw there was some vapor coming off, and his partner collapsed. And he was somewhere behind the building, and that the valve to shut off the gas was also on the backside.
Okay, I gave you kind of unrealistic scenario, right? I told you 22% out here. Kind of get you guys thinking. What's my LEL going to go off at? What do we talk about? 10%, right? So if I'm telling you it's 20% out here, I wanted you to question me and go, you sure? I would have changed my number, but nobody ever questioned me. Because what do we have? Do we have an ignition source out here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I'm at 20% out here, what am I going to be when I get closer to that gas monitor or gas meter? Closer to 100, right? It's going to be right on my LEL. So once you guys start thinking through the process, all right? Or even if I did have 100% LEL, what do we have? What's going on right now?
We have wind, sir.
We have wind, right? What else can create wind? What did we practice this morning? Vapor dispersion, right? So you're gonna use your hose line. Did you guys ever take a hose line for protection? What'd you guys get sucked in by? That victim, right? So we throw those things at you. It's hard sometimes to make the right decisions, but you gotta slow yourself down. Think about what you have on scene, all right? Every time I go on scene, I have to slow myself down too. I've been a captain for 12 years. I still have to think through the process, all right? Don't think that I know everything when I show up on scene. I don't, but I'm trying to take in my facts, okay? That bystander you had is gonna give you a lot of information. So if I had him, I would ask him as much questions as I could. So use those resources. Slow down, use your resources, okay? So let's go ahead and slow down again. Same engine company's gonna do it. All right, what other thing would I have kind of set up just in case?
Emergency decon.
Emergency decon, right? Hose protection and emergency decon. I know we're dealing with the gas, but does it hurt to have it in place? Can I use it as a backup line if I need to? If I did have these guys go down, some kind of explosion, can I use it as another, like a RIT line? Okay, so start thinking about these things, okay? So slow yourselves down. It was kind of like, we kind of threw you guys out there. But now, you guys are thinking a little bit more, right?
Yes, sir.
Did it wake you guys up?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's slow it down. Let's learn from this one. Because what do we learn from more? Success or failure?
Failure, sir.
All right, so we're going to learn, right? We learned it.
Yes, sir.
This is where we're going to make our mistakes is here. All right? We don't want to make mistakes out there, so that's why I'm happy this happened. All right? I don't expect you guys to be 100% on everything, but at least we learned something, right?
I heard a big explosion, something hit him in the face.
If we can do this in 6 minutes, which I'm pushing to do it in 6 minutes, and we come across a situation where Southwest Gas was working on a 4-inch main, they called us out because now one of their guys went down. They'd be like, let's charge that in line, let's get it going, let's get that fog nozzle going, let's push forward, grab the guy, get out. That should take us definitely less than 6 minutes, hopefully close to 3 or 2 minutes, if even. If we know the exact situation, if we know we're dealing with natural gas, Southwest Gas is on scene. So at least for you guys to know in the future that you don't always need to have a water supply in order to use your hand lines. So that I just want to make sure that no one thinks that that has to be a must until you guys flow water.
It's kind of cold out here. So what we're going to do, we're going to... Oh, okay, hold on. Say action.
Action.
So these guys don't want to be losers, so they're going to have a little bit of a race. One of the teams actually beat everybody else on a quiz, and they don't want to be considered the winners. The other teams doesn't want to give them the win, so they're going to play a little race from that truck to this gate over here. So stay tuned. It should be a good race.
And don't forget. Oh, hold on. And don't forget to hit that. Oh man, see, I'm messing it up. I don't know why right now I can't do it. Don't forget to smash that like button as well as subscribe to our YouTube page.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! He left early. That's fucking. He left early. No way. On everything, I swear to God, I want to redo, bro. He left early.
Joe, man, he's too competitive.
Really?
Yeah. But you're sick, bro.
I'm slow, sir. What?
I thought you were sick.
I'm good.
All right. We have to have a consensus. I don't want to see this. I want to see this. All right. Who wants a redo?
Come on, Rodriguez! Rodriguez!
What the heck? Why do you mean you can't see?
Hey, let's go!
What happened, T?
Well, I don't know. If you replay it back, you need me to go, was that it? But when everyone takes off, I don't know.
Results is like.
Totally, we had some like red and blue lights. I'm sick too.
All right, listen up. Listen up. Let's go ahead and put your turnout gear away. Let's meet up in the classroom, and then we'll talk about what the bet was. All right? So let's go.
I wish I knew. I wish I knew.